The movie begins with this crazy woman that loves putting herself in near-death situations by going mountain climbing with her lover. Now, her name is Sasha and her lover is called Tommy. And she's all like, wake up, we need to try die again. And he's all like, yeah, nah, in Australia, over here. We don't do that. So they pretty much climb mountains in the freezing cold in the middle of nowhere, which is an extremely white activity because you don't see Asians waking up one morning going, hey, let's climb the mountain. Now, Sasha struggles to climb it as she keeps falling again and again, and her lover's like, let's call it a die, mate, because you can't climb for shit. But her stubborn ass is like, I ain't gonna listen to a man who can't even say no properly and has to go, no. So she tries again and falls again, and with the weather only getting worse, he's like I see, you can't climb for shit, mate. You can try to die again tomorrow. And she's like, damn, he's right. I am shit. Yo, why can't they just go snorkeling near the beach and relax at a condo like a normal person? Who the hell goes, oh, I want to climb mountains for fun? And later that night, Tommy gets super serious with Sasha as he's concerned about the weather. He's like, the weather is shit, and I don't know how many trips I got left in me. So she's like, you're such a coward. And he says, my lucky compass says our luck's run out and we need to head down. So she's like, boy, your lucky compass, and hits him, shaming his grown ass for being scared of the bad weather and relying on a lucky compass. Now later, she eventually agrees and they go down the mountain, but why on earth would you do it at night? Like, we just saw them chilling in the tent and they weren't freezing to death, so why couldn't you just thug it out till the morning and then head down? This couple's stupid. Now Tommy, being a gentleman, tells her to head down first because it's safer, like a good cat. But when it's Tommy's turn to head down, a rock slide takes place. Then he asks her, did you tie a knot? And she says yes, so he undoes his knot to go down, but turns out she did not. And the only way to explain this, that an expert climber would forget to tie a knot at a crucial moment like this, is that she secretly wants Tommy to die, because how else would she forget? So when Tommy gets hit with a boulder, becoming unconscious, and Sasha has to lift his body because she forgot to tie a knot, allegedly, she's like, I know I'm the reason you're about to fall to your death because I forgot to tie a knot, but you're like really heavy, so I'ma let go now. Bye. I'm just a girl. And what's crazy is she didn't scream or cry or say no or anything, just a blank face going, duh. It's cause she cuckoo. She cuckoo. And 5 months later, she wears a cheap bracelet and has Tommy's lucky compass, driving a van thinking she in a Jeep commercial while eating noodles thinking she the Asian. And turns out she hasn't learned her lesson, because even when visiting Australia, she'd be looking for the next dangerous activity that can get her killed. Even the local ranger's like, you better not go alone, it's dangerous and a lot of people went missing, G. And Sasha hears the words danger and missing people and goes, really? I'm so going alone. Now, I don't know where in Australia this is, but a gas station in Australia looks more like a 7-Eleven than a store that looks like it was built in the 1950s. Then we see some Aussies just trying to start shit, looking for trouble like it was their first time seeing a woman, which seems extremely unrealistic, but anyway, we're then introduced to Ben, the Kingsman dude. And I'm pretty happy dude is getting more roles on Netflix because he's a pretty underrated actor, but it sucks that he's going viral recently because he's aging poorly. This is why Asians use the sunscreen law. Now Ben sells and supplies jerky to the gas station as Sasha feels harassed by the two dudes talking to her because they're chopped. Because I guarantee if it was two Henry Cavill Chads talking to her, it'd be considered flirting and not harassment. So Ben tells both chuds to piss off and leave her alone, and when they do, she's all like, thanks, but I don't need your help. And look at his face, he's like, damn, no wonder you single. And Sasha ended up paying $60 for a full tank of gas, and I'm like, $60 for a full tank in Australia, where? Yo, her car isn't even small either, so with weird harassers and cheap gas prices, you know, might as well just say this film is based in Mars at this point because it's unrealistic. And I guess she feels bad for being mean to Ben, so she buys one of his jerky called Geno's Jerky. Then she asks him for directions because she too broke to buy Wi-Fi, and he's like, over here, you want the easy way or the hard way? And he recommends a spot nearby that's an amazing camping area. And once she gets what she needs from him, she gets super mean and ghosts his ass and drives off. And once she arrives to the spot that Ben told her about, holding her pepper spray, and what do you know, the same chuds from the gas station pull up and stares at her all creepy looking. He's like, you wanna see some wombats, love? And eventually they leave her alone, but it's like, why wouldn't you want to just like relax at a hotel in a tourist spot rather than living in a van in the middle of nowhere? It's like, she's just trying to die. The next day, she goes kayaking and becomes the Tarzan wannabe, then stumbles upon a spot where a bunch of the missing people's stuff is just laying around. Now, a normal person would see this and dip, but she's like, yeah, this is why I came here. So she pitches a tent near the area and puts her bags and her stuff on a tree to dry, then eats the jerky that Ben made. And after this night, this is where everything starts to go downhill. Because when Sasha wakes up the next morning, all her stuff, her phone, bags, resources she left on a tree, gone. Not to mention there's a snake in her tent, so she's like, oh my gosh, I love Australia. Oh, she was told not to go and that it's dangerous, and look, she's having the time of her life. So she goes exploring, looking for help, and finds Ben.
And she's like, I know I was mean to you, but I like lost all my stuff. I don't know where to go, and I'm like hungry. Wanna help me out?
So he makes her food, gets her the water, and when Sasha mentions she tried the jerky, saying that it was good, she asks, why'd you call it Geno's? And Ben says it's because his mom's name is Geno. You named the jerky meat after your mom? What the hell? So you like putting your mom in your mouth? But the more she talked about it, the quieter he got and eventually changed topics. Now, Sasha says she no longer climbs mountains, which is translation to, I want to find other ways I can die quickly, and that's why I'm still camping in the middle of nowhere. And when Sasha's like, I saw the chuds from the gas station last night, and I think they're trying to scare me, that's when Ben reveals he was there and he saw it all go down watching her the whole time.
You guys have to watch the scene where Ben's face just goes from super like, oh, I'm friendly, helping a stranger, to completely like, I'm a creepy psycho in just seconds. Elite acting.
So Sasha's creeped the hell out, stops eating and tries leaving, but Ben stops her and she sees him wearing a cheap ass bracelet, meaning he's the one that took all her stuff in the middle of the night. Yo, he's like, you want it back, mate? And you look at her face.
Oh, she is shitting bricks.
Then he says, don't forget your bag, and pulls out a crossbow and starts playing music like a complete psycho, telling her you have until the end of the song to run away from me as far as possible. He even says he restocked her bag with fresh supplies to give her a fighting chance. Then he starts vibing, going, "Arr!"
And the hunt begins.
So she runs and gets on a kayak while this dude just be straight fiending, and once the music ends, he chases after her like a
good boy.
While Sasha's clumsy ass ends up losing her own kayak. Now this film teaches us valuable lessons like don't go traveling and camping alone in the middle of nowhere, trust nobody, and if a ranger tells you don't go there, it's dangerous, people went missing, don't go.
There's a lot of people in Australia complaining about like there's too many immigrants, so maybe this film's trying to, you know, help anti-immigration, saying, oh, if you come to Australia, this is gonna happen to you.
Now Sasha finds her phone playing a video of a family known as the Carters kayaking, then she gets attacked and runs away. Man, look at this psycho being a chill guy just taking his time. Meanwhile, Sasha's clumsy ass trips and falls but breaks no bones or sustains any sort of injury whatsoever and doesn't drown. What in the plot armor? But her phone is now broken. What a coincidence! And in her bag, Ben gave her food, water, spare clothes, and even her pepper spray. Now, I can't tell if Ben's just the nicest psychopath ever, or he's just severely underestimating the crap out of Sasha. Then later, she sees a nice view going, well, if I'ma die, at least I got a good view out of it. And spotting a kayak, she gets all excited like, yas! Only to find out it's Ben's and he's using it as bait waiting for her to come get it.
You know what? I don't feel sorry for her, because if a ranger tells you it's dangerous, don't go, there are people gone missing, and you still choose to go, and now you're in a position where you actually might go missing, that's kind of your fault.
Shit.
And right when Ben could have caught her, he just goes, duh, and leaves. Later, she checks the kayak and sees Ben swimming nude, so she quietly tries stealing it, only to get her foot stuck in the booby trap set up by Ben, so Ben pulls up and tries grabbing her just to get the pepper spray. And when he gets Sasha to surrender by using the crossbow, it's like, why didn't you pull up with that thing in the beginning instead of trying to grab her? And not only I'm surprised dude did not pepper spray her back, but the booby trap he set up didn't even leave any actual injuries.
Oh, he's a nice psycho.
Then the film suddenly turns into 50 Shades of Grey Bogan Aussie edition as Ben feeds her and says, you don't like being tied up? I gave you the easy way or the hard way. And you chose hard because you like it hard.
Like the vibes I got from the scene, it wasn't scary, intimidating, or violent. If anything, kind of sounded like foreplay.
Like Ben actually says, let me know when you reach your pain threshold, making her moan, and says, don't disappoint me, Sasha.
Oh, he the Bogan Christian Grey.
Now, Sasha gets rained on the entire night and has to sleep through it, and somehow she doesn't even get sick. Like, yo, is she just superhuman or something? Meanwhile, Ben tries looking scary, but just ends up looking dumb. He's just like, ooh. The next day, they continue the 50 Shades of Grey act, because now she's handcuffed, and when Sasha tries to come up with a way to attack Ben, bro just shoves her into the water, making her struggle to breathe, and continues to kayak. Yo, I'm telling you, no matter what she goes through in the entire film, she doesn't get injured whatsoever. Then Ben takes her to his go-to spot, and Sasha sees a bunch of dead bodies just hanging. And she's all shocked thinking, what? Ben's favorite YouTuber is Logan Paul? Then Ben says there are native tribes that say to capture the spirit of your prey, you have to consume their liver. And you know the Carter family we saw earlier on Sasha's phone? Well, yeah, that's them. And all the missing people we saw on the Ranger's wall, they all turned into Geno's jerky. Meaning, Sasha ate human meat when she ate that jerky.
Welcome to the crop, cannibal.
And Ben's acting in the scene is excellent because he suddenly gets super calm and goes, do you think I got a problem? And it's like at that point, what do you even say? Because he looks at her like, tell me I got a problem so I can kill you now.
And what's funny is Sasha switches up completely and she goes, no, you're a victim. You were hurt by others.
She straight up goes from, I'm gonna kill this mofo to,
This isn't you, Ben Zaddy. This isn't like you.
I'm just saying, the way she talks to him right then and there was the nicest she's been in the entire film. Then Ben takes out his fake teeth to flex his pretty smile, then starts acting really weird putting her fingers in his mouth. And not gonna lie, Ben just might be on the spectrum because dude runs away out of nowhere, then suddenly runs back at her and hangs her while she's all tied up.
He's a special boy.
Then dude starts cooking, prepping to make his Sasha jerky, and Sasha, seeing the photo of Ben's mom, talks about her to use it as bait to distract him. And he tells her his mom was the first one. And because he believes in the tribal stuff, he believes his mom is always with him now because he ate her. And when he goes in for a hug, she does the Mike Tyson special and bites a part of his ear off, and Sasha is savage because she just tore his ear out. And this is just some crazy plot armor, by the way, because there is no way in hell she should have been able to escape, because what was meant to happen is she bites his ear, stays tied up, and turns into jerky. So they go for a wave pool together and start bonding as Ben's just knocked out unconscious while superhuman Sasha is just totally fine. Then later Ben gets hit in the head pretty damn hard by a rock while nothing happens to Sasha as she tries getting rid of the cuffs. And when bro gains consciousness, she immediately tries to drown him, then tries choking him out, but gets overpowered as Ben starts choking her out. He's like, yeah, you like that? You like that? Australia!
So there's choking, getting tied up, handcuffed, and Ben checking her pain threshold. It's like, I don't think this is an action thriller film at all. If anything, I think this film was made for the girls who like murder documentaries, but also, you know, that have those like dark romance twisted fantasies of like getting tied up and abused by like a good looking guy. That's the vibe I got.
This a Wattpad story.
Because if this is an action thriller, why does he let her live when he had so many chances to actually kill her? Anyway, she smacks him and uses a rock to literally break his leg, and with his leg now broken, that's when Ben realizes he's absolutely cooked.
So let me get this straight. The villain of the film gets a chunk of his ear missing, a broken leg, and gets pepper sprayed, while Sasha, the worst injury done to her in the entire film, is what? She gets smacked? That's it?
And if you zoom in closely, bro doesn't even hit her. Look, I'm telling you, Sasha doesn't get a single serious injury in the entire film. Like, she doesn't even get sick. Then later, she opens up that she feels guilty for how her lover passed away, but in the most unapologetic way possible. She goes, when he fell, he was dragging both of us off the mountain, so I had to let him go. And then she says, I was only there because he was there.
Yo, is that an apology, or are you blaming it on him saying it's his fault? Because who the hell apologizes or says that they're guilty, somebody passed away, by also saying like, oh, I was only there because he was there. She actually says this, by the way.
The next morning, Ben's leg is infected, and because it's a 12-day walk if they just walk it, Sasha proposes she climbs up the mountain while giving Ben a diaper harness so they both get to safety, or she just waits it out for Ben to die from an infection. And Ben's like, over here, my leg is cooked. So he takes the handcuffs off of her, but warns her if she tries to drop him, he will rip her off that wall. Buddy, you haven't done shit to her the entire film while she broke your leg, ripped a part of your ear off, and pepper sprayed you. So what makes you think the audience gonna believe you gonna do something now?
The threat is not threatening.
So Sasha gets to climbing while Ben gets carried by a diaper harness, which is negative aura. And when Sasha does try to take off the harness to kill him, Ben yanks her ass to show her who's daddy, which leads to Sasha kicking his broken leg to show him who's mommy. And later, when Sasha reaches a point at a blind spot where Ben can't see, she immediately puts Ben's diaper rope onto a branch, and then she starts taking her harness off. And by the time Ben becomes aware and he's all like, come over here, it's just too late as she takes off her harness and cuts off Ben's rope. So he goes, can't, and dies. And Sasha's like, well, it's not the first time I dropped the man from a mountain, and just carries on climbing. Now, the film tried to create anticipation for the scene and treated her climb like it's the final climax of the film, and it's like, really? You expect anyone to believe she's gonna fall off at this point?
Because let's say she does fall. She falls and then she dies, and the movie says the end. Then it's like, what was the point of the film? Like, she did all of that for what? I'm sure Netflix is convinced that after Squid Game Season 3, they ain't gonna post some bullshit like that again.
So I don't think anyone was thinking she's gonna fall, as she girl bosses Yasley queens her way to freedom. Clock it! Then she starts walking, and holy plot armor, another girl who likes camping out in the middle of nowhere in an area where people go missing pulls up and pretty much gives her a ride to the ranger's office. And Sasha once again sees all the missing people on the wall, including the Carter family, and tells the rangers where the bodies are at. And the movie ends with the bodies being found as Sasha goes to the beach to throw her lover's lucky compass into the sea, basically polluting the sea because she doesn't care about the environment or the turtles.
You see that climate change activist? Get her. Get her. Go get her. Attack her. You know what's funny? I expect paragraphs of hate comments on this actress's Instagram, because how dare a liberal actress agree to shoot a film where she's going to contribute to the pollution of our precious environment? How could she do that to the turtles? She doesn't care about the turtles? All jokes aside, overall, I enjoyed this film, and it's not an amazing film, but it's good enough where, like, if you want something to eat, but you don't know what to watch, and you're just trying to find something to watch, I would recommend this film. Yeah. And, you know, I'm curious to hear your thoughts, so do let me know in the comments below. Now, the movies Over the Moon and Transformers got taken down due to copyright, so don't blame me or hate my channel too much if you gotta see this a lot more often in the videos. You know, I get it, you know, you'd prefer to just to see, you know, scene by scene. I get it, but, you know, to counteract copyright, you know, we gotta put more of this, unfortunately. You know? Even if it means I gotta figure out another way to commentate on the videos to make sure that they don't get taken down, I'll figure out a way to make sure, you know, they stay entertaining and to make sure you guys enjoy it. So, yeah, I'll figure out a way. But thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy KC, and yeah, till next time.